Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today, guys, we are playing some more ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Today, we are back on the solo game here, and as you can see, I am fully outfitted in my tech suit here, which I have dyed pink just for kicks. And I've noticed a little bit of an update to the tech armor buff that is in the upper right-hand corner here. If you look just right, you can see that it says plus 50% speed, plus 50% melee, and minus 100% fall damage, which is pretty awesome. So, I'm just a little curious here. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and test this out. I'm gonna like fly up really, really high and see if I take any damage from falling. I'm super, super excited about this tech armor buff, and now that we actually know what it does, it's pretty awesome. On top of that, we do also have a few more tech items that I want to kind of go over in today's video, including the new mobile exclusive implant chamber, which is actually very, very cool. So we're going to go ahead and check that out in just a second here. Yeah, this is high up enough. All right. I'm gonna see if I take any damage from this fall at all. Hopefully Red Mommy follows me fast enough. Come on. Alright. Cool. Not a single bit of damage, which is pretty awesome. Even though I did land in the water. Not too bad. If I have to say, that is a very epic buff. Would be super, super useful for raiding mountaintop bases, I imagine, including that extra 50% speed and 50% melee. That is pretty awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back up here to my little workshop. Alright, there we go. We're going to head in here, and we are going to craft up the 2 items that are in the dungeons this week. That is the TEK MEGALODON saddle, which I am super excited to try out. Alright, let's go ahead and craft this guy. And I'm also going to craft up one of these tech implant chambers because I very much want to check out what those do and how they work. I'm super excited for that. Now, while these things craft up, I do actually need to go tame a Megalodon because I do not, in fact, have one. So, I'm going to head over to my dock base, find a Megalodon to tame here, and then I will probably bring you guys back in a little bit once we have the Megalodon tamed up and we can test out the new tech saddle. So, I will see you guys in just a little bit here. Alright guys, so we are back. This Megalodon I've just tamed up here. It's low level, but shockingly enough, whenever you want to go tame up a Megalodon, they are really rare and kind of hard to find. So, I did find up this guy, and our tech saddle is done. It does have about 55 armor. Ooh. Okay, it looks kind of cool, I will say. The armor does look pretty awesome. Now, I'm not sure that it actually will do anything. I've gone ahead and put on some scuba gear here just so that I will be a little bit more equipped. So it does have more armor, obviously, than a regular primitive saddle does. But does it actually do anything? That's kind of the purpose here. And my guess would be that the tech saddle actually doesn't have a functional purpose. It's probably just mostly cosmetic. And that would make sense, although it is kind of expensive in terms of element for something that is purely cosmetic. So keep that in mind if you're going to go through here and try to do things. Alright, and by the way, guys, I do have invulnerable and infinite stats on, specifically because this guy is so low level, and I don't want to feel like I've wasted my element by coming out here and looking at this beautiful tech saddle, just in case a Moza comes up out of nowhere like that and tries to eat us, because he would have basically one-shot me. Oh my goodness. Mo's a friend. Alright. Okay, well, yeah, you can see why I have invulnerable on now, hopefully. Oh man, especially since this guy is so weak. But, yeah, he is definitely very cool looking, very beautiful, and if you do have a line of really good Megalodons, might make one of these just for kicks, but Really, I don't think it's worth the element cost, guys, because this saddle did cost me, I believe, 49 element, which is 2.5 dungeon runs for me here on single player, and that is quite a lot. Man, that Moses scared me. Alright, so yeah, that's a lot of element for something that really is essentially cosmetic on a creature that I feel like not a lot of people actually use anyway. So that is something to be aware of. Now, it does give it a cool kind of glowy fin, which might be helpful in certain situations, but again, for the most part, I think this is just a cosmetic item. I am going to keep mine because I do like it, and I do think it's very pretty, and I think it'll look really, really nice in my little dock area that I have up here, which is super fancy looking from the top, and with his fin just kind of sticking out the surface here, I think it'll look even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it, but yeah, definitely not something I would necessarily recommend blowing element on unless you have element to spare, like you run dungeons multiple times a day. So yeah, that is the TEK Megalodon saddle, guys. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch back into my tech suit here, and then we're gonna head over to my base again because we also need to check out the implant chamber, which is way cooler in my opinion. That is something I really have been kind of thinking the game needed, and now we actually have it, which is awesome. So I'll explain once we get over there in just a second here. But essentially the TEK implant chamber is the first mobile exclusive tech item. I'm really glad they decided to add this particular thing because I think people are going to find it pretty darned useful in the long run. So let's go ahead and grab a couple, like just an element or two. I'm not sure how much we're going to need. And then this, now it does cost 30 element to craft, so that's 1.5 dungeon runs for me. I think it's not that bad. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, that's like conveniently small. It's so miniature. I like it. I did not realize they were going to be that small. I like it. I'm actually going to make a few of these eventually and go ahead and use them because they are super cool. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that on. Now, I'm not sure how long it will stay on for. That is the question. But what's really cool about this implant chamber, guys, is that when you take implants, and it will hold up to about 10 of them, you can put implants in this. Let's go ahead and do that. And the implant expiration gets frozen, completely frozen. So all it holds is implants, but if you put these implants in here, they won't decay anymore, guys. And that is really cool for one major reason, and that is that I love revive taming these eerie dinos. I have quite a few of them already tamed up, as you can see with my Carno, my Pteranodon. I do have an Iguanodon and a Spino as well, and I am planning on taming far more. I've also tamed one of the dung beetles just because I figured I might as well have a shiny one instead of a normal one. But that does cost a lot of amber. Now, I'm pretty lucky that I have a lot of amber to begin with, but I know a lot of players don't, and so they have to save up the amber for the creatures that they want to actually revive. Now, if you find a creature you really want to revive and tame from the dungeons, perhaps an eerie parasaur, you can then go ahead, throw it in this implant chamber, and then wait until you've gathered enough amber from watching ads or from the game or whatever to actually revive it. And you can do that with normal creatures as well, just like any wild implant you find around the island is going to be able to do that. So these implant chambers, really cool. I'm super excited. Now, they only hold up to 10 implants, but they're pretty cheap and you can make multiple of them. Again, I'm not sure how long one element keeps it running. I could probably find out, but I would guess it's about real time, probably 15 minutes to an hour, pretty similar to what gasoline does, which is about 15 minutes. So I would think it's pretty similar. Now, I do run dungeons on here a lot, and it is single player, so it pauses when I'm offline, which is really helpful. If you are doing this on a server, obviously, that's going to be quite a bit more complicated because you will have to run dungeons pretty much daily if you're running multiple of these. Luckily, you do get more element if you run them with tribe mates, so that is something to consider as well. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm super excited about this particular item. I'm going to have probably 3 of them in the window here. Hopefully that will be enough to kind of hold me over some... Since I am having a little bit of trouble taming up all of the eerie creatures that I want due to my limited tame slots and all of that, it is so small. I just can't get over how tiny they are versus like the TEK replicator, which is quite massive. I still do need to make one of those, but I've been putting it off because they are so expensive in terms of element. Alright guys, so yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode, I guess. If you did find yourself enjoying this one at any point, guys, please do remember to hit that like button because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.